What is going on, my beautiful YouTube people? Today we're here to talk about slow motion. For those of you guys that are new, my name is Jeffrey Lopez. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. I remember in the beginning of my career, everything was usually like 60 frames per second, or when 120 frames per second was introduced in 4K, always used it. But guys, it's overkill in my opinion. Again, these are all just opinions. Nothing's fact. Obviously there's always a time and place for different frame rates for slow motion, whereas 60 frames per second, 120, or even way beyond higher for super slow motion, like food content and etc. I started using 48 frames per second, and again, this is if you're on a base of 24 frames per second. It's just doubled, and to me, honestly, it just looks more natural, and I don't know how to quite explain it. It's not like slow motion, but it's slow motion, if that makes sense. I think it makes sense. So I mainly do more like corporate commercials, narrative work, and I've been using 48 frames per second because when you have your interviewee talking and you cut into a B-roll, you kind of want it to flow naturally, whereas for me personally, 48 frames per second is just that natural spot. Like, it's just perfect for me. But obviously, like, if it's like a hero shot where there's something like epic and you need like that 60 frames per second, hey, by all means, or even 120. But I see a lot of people like always using like 120 for everything, and don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful. Like, that super slow motion is gorgeous, but a lot of times it's not needed. So I'm using the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera system, where it's the off speed rate, and I just click that HFR button to switch over to that 48 frames per second. Obviously, depending on your camera, it's going to be different. Again, these are all opinions. I mean, don't attack me, you 120 framers. And until next time, guys. Peace.